Imagine if Easter, small town America, and a swarm of man eating space furballs collided and somehow got weirder than the first movie. Critters 2, the main course, serves up more fur, more teeth, and enough 80s cheese to clog an artery. These pint sized porcupine piranhas are hungry for seconds, and your suspension of disbelief is the main course. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into Critters 2, the main course, the 1988 follow up to the original cult classic. It's bigger, louder, more chaotic, and basically what happens when a horror comedy sequel fully embraces the madness. The film picks up with the return of the Krites, those rolling, ravenous alien creatures with a serious appetite problem. It's been 2 years since the events of the first movie, and young Brad Brown returns to Grover's Bend to visit his grandma, only to discover the leftover Krite eggs have hatched just in time for Easter. Cosmic Bounty Hunter Ugg returns with Charlie and fellow bounty hunter Lee in order to help Brad eliminate the Krite infestation. Director Mick Garris, who'd go on to direct several Stephen King adaptations like Sleepwalkers and The Stand, and co-writer David Twohy, yes, that David Twohy, from Pitch Black and the Chronicles of Riddick series, deliver a script that's surprisingly witty for a B-movie about murderous space tribbles. So what works in Critters 2? First off, the practical effects are fantastic in that messy, gooey, very 80s kind of way. The Krites themselves have so much personality, even when they're just rolling around eating everything in sight. The Krites also get upgraded with better puppetry, and that signature chittering dialogue is back and sillier than ever. There's genuine charm in the ensemble. Lynn Shay returns as Sally, who is now working for the local newspaper. Barry Corbin as the no-nonsense sheriff adds gravitas, while the film leans hard into 80s absurdity, such as a critter admiring his own reflection and declaring, "Bitchin'," a Freddy Krueger cardboard cutout for meta points, and the ultimate cherry on top, a massive rolling ball of fused Krites that rolls down Main Street like the world's angriest tumbleweed. The movie leans harder into comedy this time, and in my opinion, it works. There's a self-awareness here that makes the absurd moments feel intentional rather than accidental. And I've got to give credit to the creature design. It's weirdly charming. Like, yes, they will absolutely devour you, but they're also kind of adorable in a nightmare fuel sort of way. That being said, though, the plot is barely holding things together. It feels more like a series of chaotic set pieces than a cohesive story. Some characters exist purely to be eaten, which, to be fair, might be the point, but it doesn't give you much reason to care about what's happening. And the tone can be all over the place. One minute it's playing things straight, the next it's basically a parody. If you're not on the movie's silly wavelength, that can be a little jarring. What's interesting about Critters 2 is how it reflects that classic sequel mindset. Take what worked in the original and turn it up to 11. It also feels like a response to films like Gremlins, but instead of balancing horror and heart, this one leans fully into silly chaos and creature feature insanity. There's also something very 80s about its practical effects and tone. It's messy, it's loud, and it doesn't really care about being polished. It just wants to entertain you for 90 minutes. And to me, I think it succeeds. So is Critters 2, the main course, a good movie? That's debatable. Is it scary? Not really. The gore is cartoonish, the tension light, and the whole thing plays like a live-action Looney Tunes short with a body count. But that's the charm. Critters 2 knows exactly what it is, a goofy, low-budget creature feature that improves on its predecessor by doubling down on the fun, the practical effects, and the sheer "why the hell not" energy. The shape-shifting bounty hunter subplot, including one memorable Playboy centerfold transformation, am I right, guys? Adds just enough sleaze and sci-fi flair without derailing the mayhem. If you like practical effects, goofy horror, and movies that don't take themselves seriously, this is definitely worth a watch. If you're looking for something more polished or story driven, maybe skip it. It's messy, ridiculous, but undeniably entertaining, especially if you embrace its utter silliness. In the end, Critters 2, the main course, is comfort food for fans of practical effect monster romps. It's not high art, but it's a blast. Chewy, crunchy, and surprisingly rewatchable. If you're in the mood for pint sized aliens turning Easter into a bloodbath while bounty hunters wisecrack, dig in. You may just want to skip the deviled eggs afterwards. Now I want to hear from you. Have you seen Critters 2? Do you think it's better than the original? Worse? Or maybe just more chaotic? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let me know what movie I should cover next.